name is Jennifer Wu, and I'm a part of the Hong Kong 2023 cohort. I think most people already know this, whether or not you've been to Hong Kong. It's just such a vibrant, dynamic city. It's a mix of East and West. There are sides of the city that feel very gritty, but have its charm there. And then there are sides that are very modern and developed. And also it draws a lot of talent. It draws a lot of people from different cultures and backgrounds. I would say quite narrow. I would assume that the way faith manifests in work is through either I'm sharing the gospel with my coworkers, that's one way, or I choose a profession that's very noble, or you're working for a nonprofit or something. After university, I went into the fashion industry and worked in the fashion industry for around 10 years. And after that, I made this decision, which was a very scary decision for me at the time, to go back to school and do a PhD. And I think for me, it was a risk, right? But I thought I was very prayerful at the time to make this decision. So I made this leap and went to do this PhD in Hong Kong. And in this 4-year PhD process, it was a huge struggle for me. I switched from the industry to do a PhD thinking that I would want to become a professor, but this world doesn't seem to fit for me. And so, God, how do you want me to use my gifts? And so I felt a little lost. And during this, now that I'm near the end of my PhD, I happened to meet Clara, who is the leader of the Hong Kong cohort. She introduced this to me. And I thought, at the time, I doubted and was like, I don't know what I'm doing. So it sounds like a program where people know what they want. But she actually advised me and was like, no, actually, you're at a perfect place. You're in this transitional phase where you want God to speak to your next step, right? And so, yeah, I decided to join, and it's been a really great decision so far, I think. Having this lack of confidence for my next step and thinking that, God, I don't think I'll be able to have this big vision or dream of doing anything useful for you because I don't have these XYZ skills. And so to not go there, but also to not, on the other side of the spectrum, to not idolize my next step and put it in a way that, oh, my future career has to look a certain way in order for it to be glorifying to God. In fact, that God actually, as long as I'm filled with the Holy Spirit, as we were learning today, He will bring that power. And I don't need to have this very necessarily clear vision or snazzy title or whatnot. At the end of the day, however I apply myself with my gifts, God can be in that, and I can be showing gospel love through that. The sense I get from my calling is, first of all, to seek something which glorifies Him and not for my self-glory. There's things, for example, of working in the industry that felt very comfortable, that felt like I could go to social gatherings and tell people, give them a title and be able to feel like, okay, I'm qualified with this title and hide behind that. And I think all of that is self-glorifying to me, right? And then even the sense of security, financially, that's something that kind of path would give me. And so I think Resource Global has helped me, revealed and encouraged me to listen to God in terms of what He wants and how He can use me to glorify His kingdom and not my own purposes.